I understand you've acquired all the allies you could. That's good. We can call the landsmeet if you are ready. I would prefer not giving Loghain time to consider, but it is up to you. I do not wish to go to Denerim unless you are with me.
Alright, we are back and we're going to freaking Denerim. Let's do this.
Excellent. I shall make the arrangements. Let us be off to Denerim, and may the Maker watch over us.
March on these fools!
Denerim is the heart and soul of Ferelden. It was the city of King Calenhad, the birthplace of Andraste. As stubborn as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us. By calling the landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us. The only question that remains is how soon.
Loghain, this is an honor that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The blight is why I'm here. With Cailan dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. Its queen. And I lead her armies.
Yeah, right. Considering Ostagar, perhaps we need a better general.
Ah, the Grey Warden recruit. I thought we might meet again. You have my sympathies on what happened to your order. It is unfortunate that they chose to turn against Ferelden.
Oh, hell nah. I don't accept the sympathies of deserters and regicides.
You should curb your tongue. This is my city, and no safe place to speak treason. For anyone. There is talk that your illness left you feeble, Eamon. Some worry that you may no longer be fit to advise Ferelden.
Illness? Why not call your poison by its true name? Not everyone at the landsmeet will cast aside their loyalties as easily as you and these sycophants.
How long you've been gone from court, Eamon? Don't you recognize Rendon Howe, Arl of Amaranthine and Terran of Highever?
And current Arl of Denerim, after Urien's unfortunate fate at Ostagar. Truly, it is an embarrassment of riches.
I hope you enjoy it now, because soon your head's gonna be on a pike. And then everyone can recognize your head from the pike. I demand blood rights. This man murdered my family.
You have no rights. Your family surrendered them when I revealed them to be traitors to the king.
I'm really going to enjoy cutting your throat.
You are either very bold or very stupid to threaten the Ten before witnesses.
I'll kill you too.
Enough, Calthrian. This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight, with your selfish ambitions to the throne.
You're the one who divided Ferelden.
I was not talking to you.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Theron bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
Oh, is that all I have to do? No pressure.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon.
He's lucky I didn't stab him then and there. Howe killed my family. I can't let him get away with it.
I would not ask you to. But bear in mind that he will be well protected by his alliance with Loghain.
Not well
he
enough.
always seemed the kind of man who enjoyed kicking stray dogs. I would not have thought Loghain would trust him. We need eyes and ears in the city. Loghain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around, and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can lay out our plans for the landsmeet then.
All right, this is our new base of operations. Everyone gets to be in a building for once. How about that? Let's go around and see what everybody has to say. Shale!
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical.
Still with me, I see.
Yes. It destroyed the Anvil of the Void. I would not have thought... It could just as easily have defied Caridon, I think. I feel I owe it. Enough that I'm willing to remain with it and assist in its crusade against the Darkspawn. Unless it wishes me to leave.
Don't go. I like you, Shale.
Refreshing. Normally such words would be accompanied by the wave of a control rod. I shall remain as it asks. Perhaps we should continue. Its chances of success are small enough without further dawdling.
Webzev.
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Something I can help with?
Well, you know this place.
Denerim is Ferelden's most important city, yes? This is the seat of power, the jewel in the crown of the king. She is Ferelden's heart. Her walls are strong, but within them lies so much beauty, just like the country and the people.
This is a nice estate, isn't it?
Right here, old pal.
There for the Arl.
Reminds me of Nan.
Dinner's not ready yet, and don't ask. It'll be served when it's done, and that's that. Now, shoo, out of my kitchen.
Hey, what's up, Roland?
I am sorry. I should have been with you when Loghain and Howe met with Arl Eamon. Alas, I could not, for I would have struck down that bastard myself. I had to stay away, or I would not have been able to control myself.
Bro, I took everything I had.
As much as they deserve death, I'm glad you didn't. You have no idea of how hard I had to refrain myself from grabbing my sword. Had I done that, however, we would be in a very bad position right now.
True that. But there will be a next time.
I pray that the Maker allows me to meet him on the battlefield once more. That is when I shall finally claim my revenge.
Don't worry, you'll be there.
Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable.
Yes, very nice.
Good, because it's likely to be your last rest for a while. This is Elena. She's...
I am Queen Anora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
Why would Anora ask us for help?
The Queen. She is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him.
Did she?
When he returns with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself.
I'm still not seeing where our help comes in.
So she goes to Howe. A visit from the Queen to the new Isle of Denrum is only a matter of courtesy. And she demands answers.
Well, that's crazy. How's a lunatic?
He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room.
What does this have to do with me?
I think her life is in danger. I heard Howe say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Arl Eamon.
Give me one good reason to believe this crazy story.
Because you do not want Loghain ruling Ferelden, and if Anora can speak at the landsmeet, her voice would sway many nobles.
That's not a good
we
reason.
We have no choice but to trust Anora. The Queen is well loved. If Loghain succeeded in pinning her death on me, I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
That is but she still didn't give us any reason as to why this isn't a trap. At all. She just said you should do it because. That was not any sort of believable reason at all. Like, why should we trust her? This could be a setup.
I fear if this is a trap, we are already caught in it. They can kill Anora whether or not we act, and blame her death on us. Few would believe our word over Logain's. We can only defend ourselves with the Queen in hand.
But, like, what if we go over there to do something and she's already dead? And now we're standing over her bloodied corpse, and then guards run in and be like, oh, look, the warden killed the queen too. Like, what do you want me to do?
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new guards every day. A few more will not cause much stir. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my queen before anyone is the wiser. I will go ahead to Howe's estate. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Alistair, did you hear this? Did you hear this?
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room.
Eamon.
I'm glad you decided to help. With Anora's knowledge, we have a far better chance against Logain.
I don't trust anyone in this situation. Like, do you really think his daughter's gonna turn on him?
From Erlena's story, he turned against her first. If he truly intends to sacrifice her, I think it will be strong motivation to break the parental bonds. In any event, I would far rather have the opportunity to ask such things of her than simply hear about her murder. If Anora speaks out against Logain, hers would indeed be one of the most powerful voices of the Landsmeet.
Like, if I break in, they can frame me for murder.
No more easily than without you there. There will be none to see it, save those who are already loyal to Logain. And given your reputation, Warden, I think Logain knows it's safer to carry out his plots far from where you can disrupt them.
All of this is terrible planning and thinking. I don't trust this Erlena. She knows too much.
She's obviously more than a maidservant, but I imagine it's useful for Anora to have a trusted attendant who can move more freely than she herself. And consider what aid she and the Queen might be to us. If Anora has truly turned against her father, she becomes the one thing we lack. Someone with a true understanding of Logain's plans and allies. With her guidance, we can form a far more successful strategy against him.
You might not know anything. What do you know about the Queen?
She and Kaelin were promised as children and practically raised together. She was a smart child, knew how to listen, and how to blink those big blue eyes and get anything she wanted. Her mother's looks, her father's brains, and the best tutoring Merrick's money could buy. It's a potent combination.
I should go.
As you like. My palace is your palace.
This is all very dumb. Like, so dumb.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire. What comes, my friend?
The drastic, like, tone switch.
We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will.
Wow! You're hardly shrew. That's so rude to say to your friend. So why are you still here, Morgan?
You helped me avoid the fate my mother had in store for me. At the very least, I think I can aid you in return. Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer.
I thought we were friends.
Are we? Then why do you ask such a question?
Morgan, really? 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 Whatever.
This is not as defensible as I would like, but it will do.
As a crow, you were an assassin in Antiva, right? Professionally?
Technically speaking, I still am. Somewhat between jobs, as it turns out.
So how much did you charge to, you know, kill someone? Was it very expensive? Did it depend on who they were?
Such curiosity. Are you thinking of having someone murdered, my friend Alistair? Or are you considering a career change?
No, neither. It just seems odd to me that you could make a living doing that. Or that you would need an entire guild just to handle so many... jobs.
Ah, assassination in Antiva is a tradition. It is more efficient than an election, as we say. Politics and death go together like kisses and lovemaking. It costs a great deal depending on how experienced the crow is and how difficult the target is to kill. You, I would charge perhaps 5,000 Andries for you.
5,000 Andries? Is that a lot?
Not really, no.
Come on, Zev. He's almost a king. Almost.
Did you see Wolf's face when he arrived? I heard West Hills has fallen to Darkspawn.
Your lands are in the south. Surely you've seen the Blight yourself.
Hardly. You know very well I've been in Denerim these past 2 years. Rosalind's health requires us to be in town, you understand.
Yes, I had heard that.
Wonderful. Another one. I suppose you're here to ask for a donation too. You're the youngest Cousland, aren't you? Probably looking for coin or men to take your Ternir back then. You're better off asking the Darkspawn. They hold West Hills now.
Didn't know the West Hills had fallen. I'm sorry.
Well, I can see how you might miss it. All of southern Ferelden covered by black clouds, the ground rotting beneath your feet, plagues and darkspawn raids going on until even the crows get sick of the smell of carrion. What's a little trifle like that when compared to the important troubles here in Denerim? There's no point talking about it. Leave me. I've nothing for you anyway.
Find everything you need?
Same deal with the other scrolls?
Deal? Oh, I don't know what you mean. But if anything interesting happens, feel free to come back and consider that chest yours.
There was a riot in High Ever last night. Spoke to a merchant who just came from there.
I heard there was another in Guaren. Folks are angry, that's for sure.
I'm angry. What the Regent's done, that just isn't right. You can't go treating Ferelden lords like lackeys.
Maybe so. Should talk about it after the Darkspawn are done.
Maybe the Regent isn't the only one who can do something about the Darkspawn. You ever think of that?
Yeah, exactly. That's why people were revolting.
Good to see you, Warden. Fighting the good fight, eh?
Have any good places to break in right now?
I have one last job. A legendary one. Oh, a paltry 10 sovereigns is my take.
Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna be a legend?
Ban Frandarel is one of the richest men in the entire kingdom. At his grand ball next week, he's displaying some of his priceless treasures. Paintings of old masters, the armaments of the first king of Denerim, and more. Oh, more. Mages have put up magical wards, but I've got a route that will bypass that. Once inside, I've no idea how you'll deal with the guards, but if you do, you'll be rich and infamous. I can't wait to see what people say.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm very glad to see you again. Okay. I will keep my distance, don't worry. You may not want to admit it, but I know you are also glad to see me again.
Aw, cute. Why so many traps?
Trap! And so here is the mighty Grey Warden at
traps.
long last. The crows send their greetings once again.
So they sent you, Taliesin? Or did you volunteer for the job?
I volunteered, of course. When I heard that the great Zevran had gone rogue, I simply had to see it for myself.
Is that so? Well, here I am, in the flesh.
You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you. It's not too late. Come back and we'll make up a story. Anyone can make a mistake.
Severin doesn't need the crows anymore. He's got me as a best friend.
Oh? Does Zevran need to live?
I suspect I will manage just fine, Taliesin. I'm sorry, my old friend, but the answer is no. I'm not coming back. And you should have stayed in Antiva. And there it is. Taliesin is dead. And I am free of the crows. They will assume that I am dead along with Taliesin. So long as I do not make my presence known to them, they will not seek me out.
That's a good thing, right?
A very good thing. It is in fact what I had hoped for ever since you decided not to kill me. I have enjoyed our company, but I am wondering if it is not time for me to leave. That would be the practical thing to do, no? There is a freedom awaiting me that I have never known. But I suppose the decision is yours. Will you let me go?
I wish you would stay. I need your help, Zev.
Do you? I suppose there are worse things I could do with my time than save the world.
I ask that you stay as a friend.
And who could resist such a request? Very well. I will not abandon you. Let us return to the task at hand, then. There is still much to be done, yes?
Hey, yo! It was a trap.
I can't believe Banfranderel fooled me. His guards almost nabbed you. I feel like a bloody fool, I do. Listen, I have to go. Here's your coin back. I won't take a silver because of the way that went down. Give me some time and come back. We'll get our revenge, we will.
Over here!
Did you not
boy.
scream?
Here, boy. What a good boy. Listen, you can't hate me forever. You can't blame me for trying. Quite frankly, we need to change this arrangement. We should get along better. Well, it's a start.
That's okay.
100th time, his lordship isn't seeing anyone. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
No, the Carpenter's Craft Hall has had enough of Howe's conveniently busy schedule. We will not be put off again.
Nor will the stonemasons. It's been a month since we've seen so much as a coin of Howe's for our work. His lordship is much engaged with the region. He will hear your complaints as soon as he has the time.
You're wasting your breath.
And when will that be? At the dawn of the next age? Our people have families to feed. They can't wait forever on the Terran's whim.
His lordship...
The servants' entrance is on the other side of the house.
Ah.
We must slip past this crowd to reach it. We will have to be very careful. Howe is inside.
Howe is here? In killing distance?
Yes, and wherever he goes, a great many guards go with him.
Good. I was hoping I'd get a chance to see him.
I beg you, do not put my lady in danger for your revenge. We must get her out first.
Screw your lady, I want revenge. Let's go.
I will be right behind you. This way.
For the love of Lady Anora, just...
No visitor.
Don't care.
Come back another...
Revenge first. Revenge first, and we'll do your so-called rescue mission. Second.
Someone's creeping around down there. Go check it out.
Hello.
Sense something drawing near.
Who wants to die? So much for sneaking, huh? They already know we're here. We've already spilled blood. What's a little more? So I should find Howe and stick a knife directly through his throat.
Someone is coming.
Shut up. I don't care.
I can distract the guards, but you must move quickly.
Why? There's only 2 of them.
More guards patrol every hour. If they find these 2 missing, they will know... How you say... Something is amiss.
I already killed, like, a bunch of people. Fine.
Hurry! My lady does not have much time.
These stupid disguises.
Are you all prepared? I will go distract the guards.
Get our uniforms if they won't get us inside.
These 2 know who is allowed to come and go. They will not be fooled. But the uniform should work on most of those inside.
Fine.
I will lure them into the courtyard. Wait in the bushes. Oh, you must come! I saw something! By the fountain! I think it was a darkspawn!
Darkspawn?
They will drag us all underground to be eaten!
Should we call for help?
Did you fall off a cart full of stupid? Call for help? So they can see us act like scared little girls because of some knife-eared wench?
They will eat us all alive! Please, get help!
If there is something out there and we don't sound the alarm, we'll look worse than scared.
And drast these holy knickers. Fine, we'll check the courtyard, if it'll keep you from wetting yourself. But there's nothing there.
Thank you. Oh! It was over here! Quickly!
You can 100% just go and kill them.
Ah, it took me forever to be rid of those 2. You must be careful now. The servants, they will not look closely at anyone in uniform. All guards are alike to a cook, no? But you should not draw attention to yourself. Most of the guards are new. They will not know you for a stranger at a glance. It is best to keep your distance from all of them and try to blend in.
Where's Anora?
She's in the guest room off the main hall. Andraste, guide us.
The minute things go south, I'm throwing hands.
This kitchen is a disgrace. How did the old Arl's servants ever cook anything in here?
No one ever said the Kendalls had any sense. For Andraste's sake, don't speak ill of the dead. This roast is going to be charred on one side. There's no help for it. We'll just trim it and feed the scraps to the dogs.
Not in the tongues of all the nations of the world may the Maker's mercy be expressed. Before the light, pebbles on a mountain. Before the light, all the mysteries of the ages become as leaves scattering in. I may win great battles before men.
Yeah, keep
I may
praying.
do
You'll
great-
be with the Maker
Right.
soon.
The Grey Warden is here, my lady.
Thank the Maker. I would greet you properly, but I'm afraid we've had a setback.
Hurry up, we need to get out of here.
Yes, about that. My host was not content with leaving me under heavy guard. He sealed the door by magic.
Why didn't you mention this before, Erlina?
I did not know. There were only guards here when I left. We must get her out of there.
Don't panic, Erlina. Find the mage who cast the spell. He'll most likely be at Howe's side.
So much for secrecy.
Well, if he didn't know you were here, he soon will.
Good, I wanted to see how anyway.
Thank you, Warden. My prayers go with you.
Tell Howe will probably be in his rooms. They're at the end of the hall, on the left.
Whatever, it is a trap.
Tell Howe is probably in his rooms.
Still don't trust any of you. Not a bit.
The housekeeper will hear us.
Everyone's at dinner, don't worry.
In that case, come here.
Wrong door.
As you wish.
What? Who goes there?
Your demise. Nice.
I thank you for creating such distraction, stranger. I have been waiting days for the opportunity. Do you think you could... Alistair? Is that you?
Who? Wait. I do know you. You were at my joining. He's one of us. A warden from Orlais. Jada, I think. Or was it Montsemar? I'm afraid I don't remember your name.
I'm Riordan, senior warden of Jada, but born and bred in Highever, and glad to be home.
Hey. I'll capture you.
With an offer of hospitality and a poisoned chalice. I was fool enough to think Loghain didn't yet know who I was.
What are you doing here?
For the most part, attempting to hold my tongue. I was sent when we received no word from King Caelan as to the outcome at Ostagar. The king had invited all the wardens of Orlais and their support troops to join him. Then nothing.
How large a force did you bring with you?
We had 200 wardens and 24 divisions of cavalry. The first we heard of Loghain's edict was when everyone was turned back at the border. That was when the rumor reached us that wardens were being blamed for the massacre. We finally decided it was safest to send someone alone to learn how best to fight the Blight and this regime simultaneously. As a native Ferelden, I volunteered to make the crossing.
The Archdemon's nearly here. We have no other help coming.
The other wardens won't risk their strength fighting Ferelden's civil war. If they spend themselves against Loghain, there is truly no hope. They recall accounts of the first Blight, how many cities fell. If Ferelden is too foolish to save itself, at least, we'll be ready when the Archdemon leads its forces further. Besides, I hear you haven't been doing badly at raising an army yourself. But
not too
perhaps
bad.
if the edict can be lifted, I will send a message as soon as we are gone from this place.
Are these your papers?
Yes,
These are my records. The names of the dead I could recognize at Ostagar. What I could find of Duncan's own recruitment records. Copies of the joining ritual I rescued from our Denerim vault. Those should never be seen by any outside eyes, but I trust in their encryption.
The ritual, you can induct other Grey Wardens now.
Would that I could, for Ferelden sorely needs them. But for the joining to work, the recruit needs not only fresh Darkspawn blood, but a drop of blood preserved from an archdemon. Ferelden's supply should have been in the vault, but it was gone. I can only imagine someone took it out and Loghain either confiscated or destroyed it.
Luckily, we've got a new archdemon to get some from. We need to get that back.
As you know, the joining's chance of success is slim anyway. Loghain has done far worse to the Wardens than cut us off from recruiting. And from the rumors flying through Denerim, removing him from the throne is already your plan, no?
Exactly. So, where's Howe? I need to stick his head on a pike. In case you haven't heard.
I saw him going to the dungeons. He may still be there.
Perfect. You want to come with?
I wouldn't be much use to you in my current condition. And if you'll pardon me, I've a sudden desire to breathe some free air. I will seek you out later, after I find a good physician. And good luck, sister.
No problem, bro. Thanks.
Who goes?
Oh, quit kidding around, you know me.
You think you're clever, do you? Anybody tries to come in here without Howe's say-so, we get to do what we like with them. I think we finally got a bit of entertainment here, lads.
Same here, buddy.
Watch out, trap there.
Don't leave me here. Get me out of here. That's an order.
You good, bro?
Was this supposed to be a lesson? Did my father think it funny to leave me for so long before sending you?
Unless your father's all human, he didn't send me.
You move in august company, stranger. I am Oswin, son of Ban Sigurd, of the Dragon's Peak Banon. If you aren't one of our soldiers, pray tell me, who should I be thanking for my rescue?
I am Ardelia, here for the rightful King Alistair.
Marek's bastard. Then I need not question why you're here, for your friend's claim to the throne is the greatest threat to Loghain's regime. You have my heartfelt gratitude. And I assume the gratitude of the entire Dragon's Peak Banon. If my father sent no one after me, I can only assume that he does not yet know the true colors of the snakes he is allied with. But if you talk to him, I'm certain he would offer you any reward you might ask.
But your father's side against Loghain at the Landsmeet.
Then there is a Landsmeet after all. Howe said the Jarl of Redcliffe was dead, and the Landsmeet called off. I swear, if there be any forum to speak out against Loghain, my father will be there. Now, please, I must try to get to him. I cannot see the last of this place too soon.
Hello?
They said to retreat. The horn sounded, and we turned, and then the screams. We rode, and they screamed, and screamed, and...
Wait, do you mean retreat? Were you at Ostagar?
Mother, can you smell the blood? They said it was only Darkspawn. But we ate them too. They died, and we left them in the swamp. The witch. The witch!
He's obviously mad. I don't think you'll get anything more out of him.
We need to go now. Go somewhere safe.
Safe? Is there a safe? Perhaps next door?
This is free, everyone.
What month is it? Are you some enemy of Aurelians? Please, I feel like I've spent half my life down here.
Why were you imprisoned here?
The Arl's son. He abducted my bride on our wedding day. When I tried to rescue her, I don't remember. She was screaming and he was laughing and I charged at him. And woke up here. I don't know if she's even still alive.
Al-Urian died months ago.
Dead? Then who's ruling? His son, Vaughn. He struck me down and I woke up here. People were so angry, they were thinking of petitioning the king.
King is dead as well. Loghain rules in his place.
There have been many changes since they caught me. I need to find out what happened. I need to get home, or flee the city. I thank you for your aid, stranger. I wish I had more than gratitude to offer.
It is time. We have the family sword ready. We've held it this whole time. Time to face him.
Well, look here. Bryce Cousland's little Spitfire, all grown up and still playing the man. I thought Logain made it clear that your pathetic family is gone and forgotten.
You won't forget their memory drove me to you.
Your parents died on their knees. Your brother's corpse rots in Ostagar, and his brat was burned on a scrap heap along with his Antivan whore of a wife. And what's left? A fool husk of a daughter, likely to end her days under a rock in the deep roads. Even the wardens are gone. You're the last of nothing. This is pointless. You've lost.
I know your game. No shadows, no lies. Just you and me.
There it is, right there. That damned look in the eye that marked every Cousland success that held me back. It would appear that you have made something of yourself after all. Your father would be proud. I, on the other hand, want you dead more than ever.
Come and get it then.
Look at this mess! I love it!
Right. This is like a bad adventure story.
Cut down with my own hands.
Make her spit on you. I deserved more.
You deserve nothing. Finally over. Didn't bring them back. Rest in hell, you piece of crap. I should feed you to the darkspawn. Have you be father for a brood mother freaking children. Yeah, that other scene, that scene just there was a little mod that I got. Cause otherwise you just kill him, you get that scene and then nothing happens. When you're a Cousland. I'm like, wow, that's lame. But I like that little scene. That's a good little scene. That's more realistic to what would happen. At least for my Cousland. Because now, yeah, Howe's dead. Her quest for revenge is over. That was her life goal. And it happened. And now she is empty. Whatever shall she do?
Let's get started.
Who's there? Stay away. You can't do this to me. I'll have you all flayed. I'm the Arl of Denerim.
Wait, Urian died at Oscar. Who are you?
I'm Vaughan Kendalls, heir to the Arling of Denerim. It's true. Too many of our troops were lost at Ostagar. When the riots started, Howe came with men to reinforce the garrison here. Or that's what he claimed. As soon as I let him into the palace, he threw me in here. One more victim of the Elven uprising, he said. Let me out of here. I'll do anything.
You're the Arl's son that elf mentioned.
In my room, there's a lockbox full of sovereigns. Free me, and the key is yours.
Give me the key first. Then I'll open the door.
Here it is. Now please, hurry.
Thank you. Enjoy your stay.
What? You fat whore. Come back here. Let me out.
Correct.
Make it have mercy on your faithful servant. Grant me a place at your side. In the flames.
You good?
Andraste, Bride of the Maker, have mercy on me. I'll stun her. Is that you, little sister? No, I don't know you, do I? Are you real?
Are you okay? You good, bro?
Alstana? I don't know. Where is my sister? Have you seen her? I'm Erminric, Knight Lieutenant of the Denerim Chantry. You aren't one of the Tern's men?
He sounds like he's in lyrium withdrawal. He's got all the signs, confusion, weepiness. He probably doesn't even know what he's saying. If the Grand Cleric knew he were in here, she'd be spitting hot coals. Nobles don't have authority over Templars.
I failed in my duties, Maker. Forgive me. I failed, and there's no telling what he's done.
Who are you talking about?
The Malefica. He had turned blood magic upon Templars and Circle Mages to escape from his tower. Near Redcliffe, I cornered him, but the Tern's men took him from me and brought me here.
Wait a minute. Jawan? Lifkar was Jawan.
Yes. He destroyed his phylactery. We were spread out, trying to find him. I was alone. You are real, aren't you? My dreams are so strange now. Please, if you're not a dream, help me.
You realize the door is open, right? You're free.
No one can free me from failure, save Blessed Andraste.
What do you want me to do?
Give this ring to my sister, Alstana. Tell her I'm sorry. Please. Ask her to pray for me.
Lost Templar. Okay, if you... Well, all the guards are dead, so you'll be okay here. Be okay. Why do you have so many people in his freaking dungeon? Dear Lord. The evil never stops. Oh yeah, Anora. I forgot. I was like, we can go now. I completely forgot.
This should be easy enough.
My thanks.
Aren't you a little short for a guard?
Funny. Very funny. We must go quickly and avoid notice. If Howe's people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
Seems all too convenient. I trust none of these people. Especially not after looking at this.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
I'm here to free Anora, who was held captive.
Don't be ridiculous. The Queen isn't being held prisoner here or anywhere else. Her father would never stand for such a thing.
She's right here. Tell her, Anora.
What? Sir Catherine! Praise the Maker you're here. This brigand tried to kidnap me.
You double-crossing bitch!
Unbelievable. Bring them down! Loghain wants the Warden, dead or alive!
Kill them! I think we're supposed to lose this fight. Not going so well. Oh, Zeb cut your head off. Oh, I got my chance to cut your head off too.
That's a lot of blood.
There is. Where's Anora? She's dead next. Does this mean I don't do the jailbreak sequence? Where did she go? Freaking ran off. Kick her ass. I guess I don't have to do the jailbreak sequence now. That saved me a lot of time. So if you lose that fight, which you're very much intended to do, I just had an absurd amount of health potions, so it didn't matter. You get captured, and then you have to be rescued by 2 party members of your choosing, or you can break out by yourself. But you know what? My Cousland's such a badass. She didn't even go to jail. That never happened for her.
I have heard. Howe is dead, is he not? On one hand, I feel relieved. On the other, I would have loved to be there, to see his face, to hear him beg for mercy.
You were there.
I swear to you, I've never felt such hate towards another being. I wanted to see him dead in a pool of his own blood. I wanted him to suffer. And I wanted him to die.
Good, I like to see you motivated.
I'm sorry, but I'm hardly proud of myself. Please, leave me alone with my thoughts for a little while.
I mean, you were there, though. So.
I've heard about her, you know. Sir Carthrian, I mean. A renowned lieutenant, a brave knight. She was spoken about with respect and admiration. We all heard about her courage in battle. She was well known between soldiers and knights.
Doesn't mean she was a good person.
That's true. But I think Loghain had much to do with that. Sometimes, when you owe someone so much, you may overlook your own morals, idealize your savior, and be willing to give your life for somebody who does not deserve it.
Talking from personal experience?
No, not at all. Warden Cousland was a good man. He cared for his people. He was just. Let's go, shall we?
I mean, she fought a fight that she couldn't win. That's not her.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. After your rather alarming lack of subtlety, I feared the worst for you. I prayed for your safe return.
I'm gonna kill you. You betrayed me. That almost makes me want to kill you less. But not at all.
Well, what did you expect me to do? You announced me to my father's most trusted lackey. Did the purpose of my disguise entirely escape you? I barely managed to slip away from her when we reached the palace. I am hoping that, despite our unfortunate beginning, we can still work together. Will you hear me out?
Would you rather have the only Grey Wardens left to stop the Blight get captured and killed by your father? What were you gonna do? What were you gonna do? I promise nothing.
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
You said that we kidnapped you. You. Like, we rescued you to what end?
You will need ammunition come the Landsmeet, and I can help you in that regard. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Howe and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Anora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Howe's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet, but you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
And we should trust you. Why?
You don't need to trust me. We have the same goal. That is far better than trust.
No, it isn't.
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
You're already a bitch.
You are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Even I'm a killer. Even. Stab her.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Galen was a good boy, but Anora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
So she's a manipulator and we shouldn't trust her. Why do you think she's trouble? Why do you think she's trouble now after you asked us to rescue her?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her.
It's none.
I do not for a moment think Anora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
But aren't we planning to depose her?
Anora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Also, she's terrible. She's just playing at royalty. Yeah. Let's talk about something else.
We
I don't
certainly
care about
have
that.
a great deal to plan.
So, what do you think he's doing over in the alienage?
Maker knows what that man is capable of now.
Alright, got work to do.
Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Anora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
I guess. I'll talk to her and try my very best not to slit her throat. No promises.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me.
Yeah.
I realize that my actions at Howe's estate may not have painted me in the best light. For that, I apologize and hope that we can start again. First, let me say that I knew your family. Eleanor, in particular, was dear to me, and what Howe did was unforgivable. How fitting he died at your hands.
Family's name out your
I will
mouth.
be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Like, why? She literally let things get out of control to the point that they are, and she is currently the queen. And she let things get this bad. No. It's not happening. Like, why should I support you? Why?
For years, I have ruled this kingdom as Kaelin's queen. As much as they loved Kaelin, all of the Banon knew this to be so. Kaelin was a good man, but what is needed now is not another good man, but a good ruler.
And that's not you.
I sent Alina here not solely because I thought I needed help, but because I saw an opportunity for us both. I need your support, Warden, and you will need mine.
I don't need Jack Diddley from you. You really think you're a better candidate than Alistair?
Do you disagree? You are a fellow Grey Warden. What do you think of Alistair's potential to rule? Never mind his willingness.
Being a good ruler requires more than ambition.
Alistair seems like a kind, well-meaning man, and biddable enough. These are admirable qualities, if not kingly ones. He also seems to be a fine Grey Warden, which is exactly why he should remain one and serve the kingdom by defeating the Darkspawn.
You can do both. You just want the throne for yourself. A kind king who is a fine warrior. Sounds perfect, right?
Oh, there are some who would follow Alistair out of respect for his Therin blood. The others would see this as Eamon grabbing for power. Who else do you think Alistair would turn to for help? Eventually, the nobility would return to the old days of constant warring with each other. Alistair's weakness would destroy everything Merrick built.
Like you're doing right now? Like, seriously? You just want the throne for yourself.
Ferelden needs an effective ruler with experience to see it through the Blight and after. That is not Alistair. Thus, I say again, I would welcome your support for the throne if you would give it.
You proposing an alliance. For real.
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
And what exactly happens to Loghain if you're queen?
He is my father, as well as a great general, who has served his nation well until now. If there is a way for him to live, I would prefer it.
Well, there isn't. There isn't, without question.
Then that is how it must be. I will always be my father's daughter, but even I know he must pay for his crimes. It will not make me glad, even so. Does that affect your decision? Can we yet come to an arrangement?
No, get out of my face.
Ah, that's too bad.
So you gonna support Alistair at the Landsmeet?
Marrick's boys are charming, aren't they? And happiest when they have a woman to dote upon. Is that why you support him? The way you speak of him, it simply makes me curious.
I think you would make a better king than you believe.
Well, fair enough. I'll tell you this, my father must be stopped. Once he is kept from the throne, if it should fall to Alistair, then I will be content.
Uh-huh, I'll believe that for a second. I'm out.
Then I wish you luck, Warden.
I'll stab you. Alistair, this hoe shady.
So I'm guessing someone told Anora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. She wants to be queen. I get it. I don't trust her any more than her father, but I get it.
What do you think about her?
They say that Anora is smart, determined. She's supposedly the one who's really ruled here, not Kaelin. She's her father's daughter. Me? I say that's where the problem lies. People like her and her father always think they're the only ones who can fix things. So everyone should just stay out of their way. What do you think? When the Landsmeet comes, you might even have a say.
I think you'll make a fine king, Alistair.
You say that now. Just wait, I'm full of surprises.
Yeah, don't worry, Alistair. We're putting you on that throne. Screw that hoe.
I'm glad you made it safely away. I hear Howe's death has already brought no small amount of cheer to the city.
Good. Good. So, did you know Duncan very well?
We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only where he ever let himself down.
What are your plans now?
When I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be able to trace the heart of the Blight and where the Archdemon itself abides. If we want to defeat this Archdemon, we need to know where it is and how soon it might strike.
You're going alone? Shouldn't I go with you?
If there were more of us, I would agree. But as it is, I don't think we can deprive all the armies you've gathered of a commander.
Alright, I need to get going.
Good luck to you, then. We will have to talk again when the Landsmeet is more settled.
Can do. Can do.
Right here, old pal.
Do you feel homesick for Orzammar yet?
I do. A bit. A little bit.
I bet. I miss my home, too.
I guess we're all a bunch of whimpering softies in the end. Anyhow, let's keep moving. If anyone finds out I was getting all mopey, I'd lose my reputation.
True that. Care to tell me about that last mission now?
Yes, I suppose it is time. You have been a good friend to me after all. There is no reason to be silent. There is a reason I accepted this mission in Ferelden, far away from home, and it had nothing to do with any thought that I might leave the Crows. Meeting you, after all, was quite an accident. My last mission before this one did not end well.
Is this a story or a confession?
I do not know. A little of both, perhaps. You must realize that until that day I was cocky and arrogant. I was the best crow in Antiva, I believed, and I bragged of my conquests often, both as an assassin and lover.
You were more cocky and arrogant?
Indeed. I was often told I was insufferable, right before I ended up in bed with someone. Such is how it was. One of the crow masters grew tired of my boasting. My bid for an incredibly difficult mark was accepted, much to my surprise. A wealthy merchant with many guards and completely silent. Taliesin agreed to be part of my team, as well as an elven lass named Rina. She was a marvel. Tough, smooth, wicked. Eyes that gleamed like justice. Everything I thought I desired.
Uh-oh.
Rina was special. I had closed off my heart, I thought. But she touched something within me. It frightened me. When Taliesin revealed to me that Rina had accepted a bribe from the merchant, told him of our plan, I readily agreed that she needed to pay the price and allowed Taliesin to kill her. Rina begged me not to. On her knees, with tears in her eyes, she told me that she loved me and had not betrayed us. I laughed in her face and said that even if it were true, I didn't care.
That wasn't true.
I convinced myself it was. Taliesin cut her throat, and I watched her bleed as she stared up at me. I spat on her for betraying the crows. When Taliesin and I finally assassinated the merchant, we found the true source of his information. Rina had not betrayed us, after all.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I wanted to tell the crows what we had done, our mistake. Taliesin convinced me not to. He said it would be a foolish waste. So we reported that Rina had died in the attempt. We needn't have bothered. The crows knew what we had done. The master who disliked me told me so to my face. He said the crows knew, and they didn't care. And one day, my turn would come.
So you felt guilty?
I felt empty. I felt as if I was nothing. I felt as if she had been nothing. You once asked why I wanted to leave the crows. In truth, what I wanted was to die. What better way than to throw myself at one of the fabled Grey Wardens? And then, this happened, and here I am.
Do you still want to die?
No. What I want is to begin again. Whatever it is I sought by leaving Antiva, I think I have found it. I owe you a great deal.
I'm glad to have you with me, Zev.
Let us return to your mission, shall we? Suddenly, I do not feel like standing about.
Figured.
Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. Poor Oswin obviously didn't recognize you. He described you in great detail, but never mentioned you were a Cousland. I owe you his life.
I would leave no man to suffer at Arl How's hands. Never again.
When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish Howe still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin?
All I want is for you to speak out against Luyane.
Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I am taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Benorn. I'll speak with her about this at once.
Man, Howe sure did screw Loghain over real hard in the end. What's up, buddy?
You've been busy traveling all over, and such tragic news you keep bringing. I was wondering if you'd check up on one more person. I'm sure you'll find this scroll quite interesting.
The ransom. The last scroll indicates that some of Arl How's special hand-picked men are awaiting a ransom to free a kidnapped boy. The crows are setting them up by sending disguised assassins to the meeting, but will need backup to take out all of the Arl's elite soldiers, especially their leader. Captain Chase, the location is marked on your den room map. Can do. Do.
May I help you?
I was asked to give you this.
This is Ermenric's. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head.
He needs your help.
He's alive then? Please, if you have any news of my brother, I would hear it.
He's in the dungeon of the Arl Venerum's estate.
A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. You're Bryce Cousland's youngest, are you not? I thought I recognized you. Take this. It's been in my family for generations. Let it be a sign of the friendship between High Ever and Waking Sea. Let me know if you want some of my bowmen when you take back your Tairneer as well.
Heck yes.
I want the money first.
Where's the boy? You get nothing until I see the boy.
Show me one of the bags.
Not a chance.
Now that's not a particularly smart attitude when your dilly boy's life is in balance, is it? Enough of this. Kill them all.
Enemies
Get in
approaching!
there!
There was no one else.
Lead his son.
I heard there was quite a scuffle in the alleyways. Well done, Warden.
What's the name of the child? Who hired you?
That I can't say. But in time, I think you'll find out. Crows are hired for their discretion, as well as for their performance.
You never intended to rescue the kid, did you?
You'd be wrong. Our contract had two important jobs. One was to kill the boy's kidnapper, Captain Chase. The other was his rescue. You took care of Chase. And some friends have already returned the boy safely to his father.
A pleasant surprise. Why didn't you tell me that?
We are told only what we need to know. That's an assassin's life. All you needed to know was your target. Any more information you got was really a bonus.
So, we done here?
I've nothing more for you. Your payment is in the chest. I hope you find it most satisfying. My superiors want me to convey their thanks. The Crows aren't accepting any new contracts on you. And when this blight ends, we'd love you to visit Antiva to discuss other opportunities.
You willing to talk straight with me now?
I did what I had to do, but there's no more need for word games.
Who contracted all the assassinations?
The Civil War brought many old grudges to a boil. You'll be pleased to know that those contracts helped your own cause, some more directly than others. After all, it is not in the Crow's best interest that the Archdemon wins.
So why are you trying to kill me before? Just because why didn't you just not accept that contract?
For a time, we thought that Logain was the only man for the job. But that's before we got to know you. It was too late then, of course. Talisan had already accepted a contract. Even now, until you kill all of Talisan's men, you will have to fight my brothers. We never cancel a contract once accepted.
I see. I was expecting to be double-crossed.
And I was expecting the same. But our order has survived the centuries because we always uphold our deals. Like I said, sending Zevran after you was nothing personal. We've determined you are a far better ally than an enemy.
Oh, any chance I could, get in? Join the Crows? Get in on that?
Just visit us in Antiva when all is said and done.
Alright then. Our business is done here.
Just remember our offer. We could really use someone with your talents. It's time for me to take a vacation. Caesar has a special stock of wares that might interest you. It was a pleasure working with you, Warden. Luck be to you.